Leviticus chapter 26, verse 40. If they shall confess their iniquities, and if they shall confess their iniquities and the iniquities of their fathers, with which they transgress, with which they transgress against me, and that also they have walked contrary unto me, and that I also have walked contrary against them, and have brought them into a land of their enemies. If then their uncircumcised heart be humbled, and they then accept of the punishment of their iniquities, then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham. Will I remember, and I will remember the land. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakodash, the Wadi Ba'ashim Yahushua, for giving us apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Aki, and pushing the word in sincerity and truth, and being faith-based, and being prepared for what is to come and what is to come. Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the all-fight teacher, was the mark of the beast. 200 million missiles hit the slaves of America. Simultaneously, the terrors of the Lord lift with the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the terrors of the Lord shoot laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens, rightfully so. Hey, I brought this out of the Lord take the course of this video. Just a vessel seeking salvation out of this filthy place, spiritually known as Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylon, and all of the filthy customs they have taken upon. Right now, the time is 8:10 a.m. in the morning. Sunday, September 21st, 2025. Hopefully, you have about deliverance and destruction and judgment on Joshua. I woke up to a video, right? I was knocked out, was crashed out, I was out. I woke up and I looked at the title of the video, and it blew my mind, man. Like, so many things came across my brain, I couldn't even catch up to it. Because you could forget about trying to catch up to all those thoughts, man. I can't, Salakia, man. My spirit is faster than my flesh, bro. I don't know, it's gotta slow it down for me, man. I'm Salakia, man. Like, I'm still beat up from this world, bro. But when I saw this, I thought about, I love the book of Baruch, man. There's a lot in the book of Baruch, man. And I remember reading these, when I first came across these being taught, and then this thing about was, and when I read the book of Baruch, man, I said we are jacked up as a nation without Yahweh Shah, and the book of Judith too. The book of chapter 5, man, that blew my mind, bro. Blew my mind, bro. Like, I had to calm down. I was so excited, like, to know something like this, man. To hear these things. That's why I say it's really an assimilation, man. If we can get past just because we know we did wrong, bro, right? And if we could come back and just, if we are the hopeful elect, bro, if we the ones, man, we got this, man. Yo, we don't know. Our brothers, I can make it to the end, endure to the end, bro. I'm just speaking as a man. I'm thinking of all these things. I'm looking at the world for what it's worth. Nothing, right? Right? You just in it. We just here. We go through this assimilation. We are in autopilot mode. We are in observation mode. We are seeing everything for what it's worth. Now all we gotta do is just keep calm. This is our last captivity. This is our last assimilation, to be perfect, bro. This is the last simulation, man. If we could just understand all the things we did wrong as our fathers, all the time we've been on the earth, like then the Lord really he gave us hope, man. He gave us mercy. Um, we experienced all these things. We would never want to go through this again. That's why it says, oh man, this verse, I always forget what this verse is at. Damn, man. This fucking verse, bro. A Friday. Let me see the word. If I can see the word. I can't even say it, but I can't pronounce it right. So like it, man. Let me see something here. A Friday mean. I gotta say the word. Maybe it'll come out. Because it's the verse with the word of Friday. A Friday mean. See, I can't even say it right. It just doesn't come out right. Afraid. It's like a Friday. I can't pronounce it right. That's a lot of good balls. You know, I wish I'd have been smart if I said Friday. Because it's that verse when he says there was a Friday. Because he just saved them, bro. Out of this world, man. Like, can you imagine they see all this happening, man? I can't say the word, man. That's a lot, bro. If I can find this verse, man. I love this verse. A Friday Bible verses, King James Version, Revelation. I know it's in here, man. Just can't say the word. It's right there. Once I get that word, man. Oh boy. Well, anyway, let me get back to this what I was thinking. So, you know, we going through all these things. Worst case scenario, something to never want to go through ever again, right? Be in Babylon, a bitter place, Assyria, under the Assyrians. Now the Lord narrowed down. He went through all he put us under captivity of all these nations, all these assimilations, the worst case scenarios. Now we down to the last one, bro. This is the last of all the captivities, bro. Under our Joshua. And he gave him two. He gave him the time of the time of the Greeks, Romans, and now under the soldiers of America, which is Babylon. He put us in their hand. And hold on, let's read this verse real fast. I really wish I could get to that verse. All right, Salaki, bro. All right, hold on, that's not it. Where were you at, bro? I know I just had it. Come on, man. Oh boy, here it is. Is it here? Here's it. All right. So, hold on. Let's go to the chapter 30. It's 30. This is Baruch. Right. So, I'm a little all over the place, bro. So, Salaki, man. It's just so many thoughts running through my mind. All right, let's start from the top. It says, Baruch chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore, the Lord has made good on his word, which he pronounced against us and against our judges that judge Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah. So he did what he said he was going to do. That's also in Lamentation. He said that, the Lord said that in Lamentation too, that he made good on what he said he was going to do. What he going to do to us. He said, see, we don't serve him, he's going to do what he do to us. He's going to run down on us, he's going to send us. He ain't going to come down here personally. He's going to sick the other. He's going to put the worst of the worst on top of us, bro. Or, bro, like I'm looking at this in real time, and now the regular people are starting to recognize this. A regular Jake, right? Now they like could we consider them 2/3? I don't know. Remember, there's a remnant that's going to be saved. The 144,000 men and that multitude. So they're going to look like scattered abroad. They're going to look like other nations. So there's going to be a bunch of people that's going to realize, fuck, man. Because they spirit bear witness with our spirit, but they were shunning us. They didn't want to get it, but with their woman, but they knew it was something. Now that full turnaround is happening. You can see it. They can't. It's undeniable now. Look what they just did to the Northern Kingdom. You Hispanics, you Hispanic speaking tribes, right? That's what we're gonna call them. Con. Look what they did. They just ran down on you. I mean, they took you into alligator. I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers. It's so much to look into. It's too much. Like, it's really happening, man. It's really happening, right? He said, let's read a little bit. Let's read. This might be the chapter. I started there. The verses. Verse 30. It's a lot here, but I might jump around. I'm gonna try to wherever you have a shall allow. So that's what I'm gonna read. To bring upon us great plagues, which such as never happened under the whole heavens, as it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses. Told you, Moses. Those was dead. Yo, I was so freaking hyped before I started the video. I was all fucking all over the place in my brain. I couldn't catch up. Trying to grab the words and shit in my mind. I was like, calm down. I was telling myself this. Calm down, man. That's what I was. Keep calm, brother. Calm down. So shit, man. I'm like, what the heck? Calm down, bro. Fuck, I was freaking out in my mind. Like, cause all this shit, I'm overwhelmed trying to get all this. I'm hyped, bro. I can't even catch up to myself, bro. Like, the spirit is just flying all over the place in my mind, man. All the thoughts and all the verses. So I'll just go with the flow. All right, so bear with me, man. So, Lord, but you see that, man? It was told back there with Lord Moses that, yo, if you don't do this, you're going to get this going to happen to you. If you don't do this, this is going to happen to you. Yo, with everything that the Lord may do on his words, man. When he said that in Lamentation too, man. The Lord have done what he said. Bible verses, King James Version, Lamentation. It's somewhere in there. Man, I can't remember everything, man. I got it. It says, Lamentation chapter 2, verse 17. The Lord Yahweh shall have done that which he had devised. He has fulfilled his words that he had commanded in the day of old. He have drawn down and has not pity. And he has caused thy enemies to rejoice over thee. He has set up the horn of thy adversary. I'm telling you, bro. And this is the last time he's going to let it happen to us, bro. This is the last time, bro. This assimilation is over. Yo, man, the ones that make it out of here, they're going to always be the talk of the town. They're going to have the spiritual powers. You know, there's levels to this. So I don't know how it's going to be with the babies that come out. Like, they're going to live forever. We're not going to teach them again. Well, however it goes down, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just the point. You know what I mean? Just like, wow. Man, just the point of making it to being the predestinated ones. That's the level. The 144,000 men. That's the government body. And that's all he needs to govern. And we're going to bring forth the babies, man. We just ain't got to teach them. They're going to know. They're going to know they fucked up. We read that in the new covenant. This ain't the same covenant he get. This is the Lord's, but this one is going to be in our inward part. And it's going to be like, man, when you get up in them bodies, that's going to be beyond. Like, this is more than they look for, right? They're not going to understand our salvation. They're going to be looking real disgruntled and stupid. They're going to go around. The elites is going to go hide. There's going to be so much going on that is going to, you better hope keep your mind, you better hope Yahweh keep your mind single on him, right? Single mind, single eye on Yahweh Shai. single eye on the Lord Bible verse, King James Version. How that verse go? So I get that verse just jumped in my mind. I don't know if I'm right. Yeah. Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. Matthew chapter 6, verse 22, Salakia. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled of light. And that's just truth. Y'all watch me, I'm sharp, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'll be all over the place. I can't, like, I don't know. I'm trying to catch up, bro. Like in my mind, my mental. When this happens to me, it's a breakthrough. And I just gotta let it settle in. It's gonna all should reveal itself later for me. And I'm just so excited sometimes. I just be right now. I was just like, I got off and I went out and I was I saw I'm around I think they probably been semi on Dominicans probably. And you could tell we the same people. We the exact same people, bro. And the Mexican pulled that it was on the side, right? They was having little drinks, whatever. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, this is us. We are the ones, man. And they had a couple of Judite women over here, and Judite dudes, whatever. And I'm looking, like, we the ones when we. And hey, listen, it was it's a Sabbath, right? So I was just breezing through, and I'm just like, wow, look at this, man. Like they don't even know they don't know that they're the ones. They just know that they got a Jesus piece. Someone got a Jesus. I'm just scoping up the scene. I don't know what the fuck. So much happened last night. I was just trying to get through. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, damn, we are the ones, man. But too bad you don't know, because when we was in Moses, we was showing shit. The Lord was showing us stuff back then with Moses, and we was all together back then. Don't forget, we was all together. Just like we all together in Babylon, we was all together in the wilderness. All 12 tribes. We didn't come together. We came out of Egypt together. That time the Lord brought all of us out. And they jacked us up. Only Caleb and Joshua made it out of that 40 years. All right, so that was a serious turnaround. That came out of the land of Egypt. It was serious business right there. So the Lord's doing it again. So what brought me to this thing? But it was Baruch. So, and like I said, Lamentation chapter 2, verse 17. And the Spirit brought me. I've been thinking about this verse. I always think about this verse because it's so clear and direct. It's hard for you to miss it. So those that act like the Lord is love, right there, that verse tell you this the lamentation. All right, hold on. Let's do this real fast. So we won't get all confused, right? Let's hold on. Let's see if I'm correct here. The meaning of the word lamentation. Okay.
Lamentation.
All right, here we go. That's the meaning of the word lamentation. Okay, so we understand it's a book. It's the book of lamentation. So this what came to my mind, so let's bring it to the forefront.
The passionate expression of grief or sorrow, weeping.
Okay, that's what the book of lamentation means. Okay. Sorrow, weeping. All right, so don't get it twisted like you're all happy ever after. The book of lamentation must be the Lord's goodness, right? No, it's the Lord putting your ass through a ringer. Okay. When you read, okay, hold on. Look at this. Let's go to lamentation. This is lamentation, right? This I'm going with the spirit, man. It jumped in my mind, so I gotta utilize it. All right, chapter 4. Look what it says in lamentation. Lamentation chapter 4. One of the most vigorating chapters ever. All right, you can't go around it.